The number of migrants crossing the U.S. southern border, it has dropped significantly from 170,000 a year ago to about 11,000 this past March. But despite the drop, it's the immigration courts that are now seeing historically high volumes of cases into the millions, and it's only getting worse. The unprecedented surge of people seeking asylum at our borders has spilled from America's doorstep into U.S. immigration courts all throughout the country. And it's left millions of people in limbo, waiting for their day to present their case in a courtroom.
Natanel, tú todavía no tienes fecha de corte. You still don't have a court date.
Más.
Y el tuyo es
Sí.
el próximo año. You do have one for next year.
Yeah.
Venezuelans Natanel and Allisson are just two of those caught in the system's backlog. When we met them at Dallas's immigration court last month, they told us they've been living in the U.S. for more than a year now.
¿Qué hacen aquí? In the meantime, what have you all been doing here?
Bueno, estamos trabajando duro, arduamente, todos los días, every day.
She says they've been working every day with a temporary permit as they wait for a resolution in their case. Zooming out, there are about 3.6 million immigration cases pending in the U.S. And that's according to Transactional Records Access Clearinghouse, or TRAC. They keep data on the federal government's enforcement activities. Of those, about 2 million are asylum-related. In Dallas, it's north of 225,000.
The backlog is still really quite extensive.
Paul Hunker is an immigration attorney and a former chief counsel for ICE in Dallas. This issue, what created it?
Increased apprehensions created it. So a lot of people apprehended at the border, released and put into removal proceedings, and it got worse during the Biden administration.
While our cameras were not allowed upstairs here at Immigration Court in Dallas, I can tell you that we sat in on several asylum seeker dockets, and their next court dates aren't being assigned until 2028. That's about 3 years from now. In the U.S., there are about 700 immigration judges serving 71 courts. Hunker says it's nowhere near what is necessary to clear the current backlog.
The numbers are just so great that you would have to hire just so many, a ludicrous number of immigration judges to get the backlog down.
So, in the meantime, the majority of new asylum seekers are waiting years for an answer as to whether they can stay. Millions just waiting in line, in a queue. I mean, what does that do to the integrity of the system?
It hurts the integrity of the system. People who deserve relief, it can take them a very long time to get it.
What's the fix?
I think the fix is acknowledging that people who have been here a long time and who deserve it, give them a pathway to citizenship, and then allow the court to focus more on new cases that are coming in and dealing with those quickly.
According to TRAC, 56% of asylum cases have been denied in the last 5 years. For Natanel and Allisson, they just continue to wait in line, hanging on to hope.
Nos gustaría tener pues la puerta abierta.
That at some point the door may be held open for them through asylum or residency so they can continue to live and work in the U.S. with calm. Well, we spent a couple of days sitting in immigration court, and that's where we met Natanel and Allisson, who you just met. While there, we witnessed more than a dozen asylum seekers getting their court dates, and many of them expressed all kinds of fear about what would happen if they were sent back to their native countries.
And that's a perspective that I don't think we've talked much about, so we appreciate you giving us that side of the story.
Sure.
One thing that I feel like has come up over and over again is just the fear that's being felt in immigrant communities right now under this administration. Is that something that they spoke to you about?
Yeah, absolutely. And we definitely saw some of that firsthand. One man that we spoke to, he even asked a judge if he was safe from deportation while waiting for his 2028 court date. You know, that's 3 years from now, so a lot can happen between now and then. That judge was honest with him. He said he can't make any kind of guarantees. He said all he can do is continue to follow the rules of his essentially probation here in the country and continue to show up for his court date. Now, I will tell you this because we learned this, and a lot of folks don't realize this. This is some of the misinformation that's going on, Nicole. If you miss your court date, if you're a no-call, no-show, and there's no excuse for it, you immediately get a deportation order put on you. A lot of folks think that maybe by not going to court, they can stay a little longer, maybe hide from a little bit of that fear that they might have. But as a matter of fact, if you don't show up, that's when you get red flagged. That's when you get deported.
It's a really, really good distinction. Thank you for taking us inside that.